Hey, what's up guys? It's Jamie. I'm just doing a quick video about CleanSpark. It's a EV company charging station. One of many. I've talked about it before. Um, whenever you look for your watch list, like I'll kind of pop around here, but so I think I group them together, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I got over here I have CleanSpark, Volta, charge point, plug. I think there's some other ones, but those are the ones I'm kind of like watching. I'm invested in CleanSpark and Volta. I don't have thousands and thousands of shares, but I do have some here in Webull. I think I have 71 shares at an average cost of $9.44. So what I really wanted to show you wasn't so much about CleanSpark. I'm just using CleanSpark as an illustration on if you own the shares and you're sitting on them. Like this one, I plan on, maybe having a couple hundred shares or so. And of course, I'd love my average cost to be lower, right? But I mean, this is where I'm at. So I drew my lines. Those are my lines. And I feel like it's either going to retest this line right here, this trend line, like up here somewhere, and then come back down further, or it's going to hold here and then kind of head back up. That's what I think, right? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what I'm thinking. And I look at the indicators just to see, what's happening. So this is a daily chart, and it's just now touching that 60-day moving average. If it can get over that and hold its ground, and maybe gain momentum to get over that 200-day, that'll be a sign of strength, of power. But look, this is what I'm doing over in CleanSpark, over in Robinhood. I got 100 shares, and what I think I'm gonna do is transition where I do the majority of my options trading on the Robinhood platform, because I like Robinhood. It's just kind of easy, whether you do desktop. Of course, it's my mobile app, and I don't have a lot of money in there right now. I only have $2,800. I've been holding around $3,000. At the end of last year, I was hoping to get back to 10, and then probably get pay myself and then start over again. But what I have chosen to do, I've kind of switched gears, and I said, you know what? I am not only going to go for 10. I'm going to see if I can get to 100 before the year end in Robinhood. So that's a tall order for some. You might say, well, come on, 100,000. I thought, well, why not? Why not show you guys, we're still in the beginning of the year. We still got 10 months left and a little bit extra, 10 and a half months. And I got about 10 grand here. Now, the strategy I'm taking is I have sold options before, where you're selling calls of shares that you own. I usually I've done them farther out, and some of the other platforms. And if you have like Tesla, for example, when you have Tesla, if you have 100 shares of Tesla, and you're selling those a week out or so, I mean those premiums are pretty juicy, right? If you said, hey, it's at 920, if it gets to 950. I'm going to make $1,600 or so, depending on what gets filled. I mean, there's 1,600 people, 1,700 people interested in this contract of the 1585 to 1640 spread, which isn't bad. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about today. Today I'm talking about having 100 shares of CleanSpark. All right, CleanSpark is $10.72. Over here, I'm heavy. I'm at $13.93, right? So if I pop back over to Webull and I said, well, and then I could go to Tip Ranks or whatever else you might look at, TradingView, and you can just get an idea of where CleanSpark should be. And from the platforms I've looked at, the average price is around 23, 25, mid-20s. So I still feel okay owning it over on Robinhood at 13, and over here on Webull, I own it for like 9 something. So the reason I'm saying that is my plan is just to sit on these shares, these 100 shares, and probably add, depending if it stays down a bit, maybe add another 100. So like the goal would have like, around 200 to 300 shares, I think is pretty good with the upside, just depending on how long it takes. And in the meantime, while that's going on, I said, you know what, let me sell some of these premiums while I have them. And what I thought was interesting is, my equity in CleanSpark, my market value is less than $1,100, and I'm vested at 100 times 13. What is it? 13.93 something. I'm into it for $1,400, right? So I'm down 23%. So how can I recoup some of that? Yes, if the stock price goes up, I will recoup some of that. Every bit it goes up, I'm going to kind of average up my market value. But in the meantime, if I'm selling an option call, I just did one. I think I did it for March, yeah. So you can see here where it says $15 strike price. I have one contract, right? And it actually went up to 50. When I did it, it was at 45. So I picked 15 because I own it for basically 14. So I thought, hey, if it goes up $1 over that, I make $1. I make $100 plus this premium. Now, when I did it, I put on the high end, which was 45, right? And the low end, I think, was 30 something. Now it's the highest 55. So I put 45. It got filled, right? And it's basically a month out. So I make that premium $45. Now I could sell it beforehand, and if it's lower than 45, lower than 45, then naturally I would collect that little difference. But I figured for 45, I'm going to sit on it, which isn't a lot of money. Okay, it's not a lot of money, but I want to go through this exercise. Like if you were going to sit on this anyway, like if you said I'm going to keep these shares unless it like goes crazy, right? So if I had $45 and I averaged $45 a month for 1 year, now that's easy, right? It's going to be around, not easy. 10 would be 450, so it would be about 540. Let me see if I'm right. Times 12. Yeah, 540. Not bad. Like the what is his name? The Rain Man, or Nash from Beautiful Minds. So if I can make an extra $540, that would put my average cost, right? Like if it never went up. Now, granted, I can move my spread, like as these, as it does go up, I don't have to sell it at 15 the next month. I can always sell it at a higher strike price. But as long as I'm making around $45-50 minimum for holding the shares anyway, regardless how it marginally moves, that's going to bring my average cost down. So if I took $13.93 times 100, 13.93 times 100 is $13.93, minus 540 is $853, divided by 100 puts my average cost at $8.53. Do you follow me? So if I did this exercise for 1 year and I said, hey, I'm just going to keep doing that, I'm going to bring my average cost down, 540 divided by 100, $5.40. I should have known that. $5.40 per share. If I just averaged $45 that I would pocket for keeping the shares that I want to own anyway, that I'm going to hold long term, and hopefully, obviously, if it goes up higher, then great. At some point, you take profit and maybe you hold them. So because they are building a lot of charging stations, and that's why I'm in it. I think I read some articles about there's going to be, by 2030, half the cars on the road, or sold are going to be electric cars. So that's why I thought CleanSpark was a good option. Okay, so that's all. I just want to. I'm using this strategy. I'm going to keep maybe a spreadsheet on CleanSpark, and you could fill in the blank with any any stock that you want. I'll get to the 10-minute mark. Any stock that you want, right? You can do this exercise. But you don't just have to sit on them and wait. And that's the point I was trying to make. Is if you're going to own 100, 200, 300, 5,000, 10,000 shares of some company that you're just holding one way or the other, why not get paid? for the premium in the meantime, and get your average cost per share down, or just pocket the profit on the premium. You know, that's what I'm doing, and that's just another stream that I learned in the past few months that I'm now applying. So we'll keep you up to date on that. All right, guys, let me get out of here. I will talk to you. Let me get my little camera on here. Where am I? There. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I just got my dry cleaning, and I'm going to go get the wife some chicken parmesan. Manja. All right, see you later. Have a good night.